When American voters head to the polls in 2 weeks, Democrats are aiming to win at least 23 congressional seats now held by Republicans in order to regain control of the House of Representatives. Yamiche Alcindor reports on what's making one Southern California district so competitive.
Repairing surfboards and hoping for a big blue wave. At her shop in Southern California, Molly Logan is a fired-up new Democrat with a deeply personal motivation.
Well, I dated a man that was similar to Trump. He was very wealthy. He was a big bully. It was his highway or the byway. And so Trump reminds me of that type of person. A mean, angry, do what he wants with women. He says it's okay to grab women without their permission. And that's just incredibly offensive to me.
She grew up with staunchly conservative parents and 2 decades ago moved to Orange County. For most of her life, she was one of 400,000 independent voters in this longtime Republican stronghold. Then came President Trump's surprise win.
I was just appalled at what happened. I couldn't believe a man like Trump was elected.
I think it's on this side.
She is now working to oust her representative in the 48th District, Republican Congressman Dana Rohrabacher. She's knocked on hundreds of doors to help Democrat Harley Rouda beat the 30-year incumbent.
I'm Molly. I'm canvassing for Harley Rouda for Congress.
Polls show the race is a virtual tie.
This is a neck-and-neck race, and I have no idea how it's going to go. And I'm going to keep working my hardest to make sure Harley wins.
Ronald Reagan once described Orange County as the place good Republicans go to die. But now, all 4 of the Republican House members in this county represent districts Hillary Clinton won in 2016. That makes this place ground zero for Democrats trying to win control of Congress. Orange County has seen a rising number of Asian residents, but demographics alone don't explain the changing politics, according to Amy Walter of the Cook Political Report.
What is helping a Democrat in this kind of year is the fact that so many suburban, white, college-educated women really do not like Donald Trump.
The GOP still has nearly 40,000 more registered voters than Democrats. That means Rouda will likely need to win over some moderate and disaffected Republicans.
It's great to see the huge blue wave here right now. Thanks for coming out.
Rouda himself is a former Republican turned Democrat, and he thinks voters turned off by President Trump will back him.
Whether he's mocking journalists or women who have been sexually harassed, it's wrong. So it's certainly causing many people to rethink their support for Republicans.
But Rohrabacher and his supporters are more determined than ever.
Harley doesn't represent any of the interests of these people. No, my people know me, and despite the fact that my opponent is outspending me 2 or 3 to 1, my people know who I am. They know I'm on their side.
Our Congressman Dana Rohrabacher is doing 2 to 3 meet and greets a week.
Inside this Republican women's group, volunteers like retiree Pamela Hoffman are mailing out hundreds of invitations to small meetings with Rohrabacher.
He's a Christian and he's a conservative. I mean, he has the same principles as Ronald Reagan.
She supports President Trump and is feeling confident after the confirmation of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
I think it's going to help Republicans.
Jennifer Sterling is a small business owner who believes Rohrabacher understands residents' struggles.
He has his hand on the pulse, and he knows we're paying huge property tax, huge, 50, 60 cents on every gallon of gas we buy.
Others, like Bethany Webb, see things very differently. Last weekend, she rode her Harley Davidson to a Harley Rouda rally. Bethany's activism is also personal. In 2011, her sister was killed and her mother injured in a mass shooting in Orange County.
For 8 hours, you're hoping she's hiding. She's really scared. Somehow she made it out because people made it out.
She said Rohrabacher's ties to the gun lobby mean he has to go.
He takes money from the NRA, and I think the NRA has so much clout in our politics.
She is one of dozens who has protested outside Rohrabacher's office every Tuesday since President Trump's inauguration. One of her chief concerns is Rohrabacher's ties to Russia.
He supports Russia. He doesn't believe Russia interfered in our elections. These are things that I'm a proud American make me mad.
Some have dubbed Rohrabacher Vladimir Putin's favorite congressman because of his public support for the Russian leader. As part of a probe into Russia's election meddling, Special Counsel Robert Mueller is reportedly looking into a meeting between Rohrabacher and then Trump campaign advisor Michael Flynn.
Vladimir Putin has been called a murderer and a thug.
Ruda seized on the topic in early campaign ads.
America, let's show Rohrabacher and Trump it's time for a leader who represents us, not Russia.
Rohrabacher strongly defended himself in his position as chair of a House subcommittee that oversees investigations into foreign relations.
All these things that have been portrayed as being sinister, because I met with this Russian or that Russian. It's my job as chairman to meet with all of the people that I can to get a diverse opinion of what's going on and what our relations should be with Russia.
Still, backlash over Russia is only one of Rohrabacher's challenges.
Rohrabacher's problems are twofold. The first is he's been in Washington for a very long time, at a time when Washington is toxic. And the second is President Trump's deep unfavorability in Orange County.
As Democrats focus on voter turnout in November, Molly, like others, is already thinking beyond the midterms. What happens after this election? Even if either Harley wins or maybe if he loses, what do you think is going to happen with you?
I know I have the 2020 election to look forward to. I do not plan on quitting anymore. Regardless of who is in power or who is president, who has control of the House, I'm still going to volunteer politically.
But for now, she's waiting to see if this year, the House and Orange County turn blue. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Yamiche Alcindor in Huntington Beach, California.